The first two games of the series go, but I have a feeling that Bob Lemon will go to a left-hander on Sunday afternoon, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the veteran knuckleballer Wilbur Wood pitch that ball game. But as of right now, right-hander Chris Knapp is listed. Lem told us in the opening remarks, the pregame show, that he might have a surprise Sunday afternoon. The only surprises he could have would be Wilbur Wood or perhaps Dave Hamilton, another left-hander. All right, ready to lead off for the White Sox. Alan Bannister, he's a right-hand batter. He's hitting .316 and leads the White Sox in average, in runs scored with 27, and in base hits with 50. No power, 14 runs batted in. Bob Lemon has gone to all of his left-hand hitters tonight except for Ralph Garr and switch hitter Jerry Hairston. But Bannister is a right-hand batter. Hunter looks in, and Munson has the sign. The wind and the first pitch is foul back. Bannister came up there swinging and fouls it back, strike one. Jorge Orta is on deck. The Yankee infield plays slightly to the left side. The outfield is spread out with Jackson shallow and right. Breaking ball is down low. The count evens 1-1 on Al Bannister. Bannister deep in the batter's box, a wide stance. Hunter's 1-1 delivery is lined out to left field, right at Roy White. Roy started in, now goes back, and he makes the catch. So there's one away here in the top half of the first. And we'll look at Jorge Orta. To be absolutely correct, I know I should say Jorge Orta. But he'll settle for George, and if he will, I will too. George topped the White Sox in runs batted in last year for the second straight year. Strong left-hand hitter, batting .304, 4 home runs, 23 runs batted in. Up front in the batter's box, and he takes a pitch knee-high over the outside part of the plate. I would presume Cat would try to keep the ball away from Orta, make him hit it to left field or up the middle. The 0-1 delivery. Breaking ball is bounced to the right side. Fielded by Willie Randolph. The throw to Chambliss in time, and there are 2 down. Hunter retires the first 2 men with no problem. And now Richie Zisk, over from the National League, where he was an outstanding ball player for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And he's still an outstanding ball player in the American League, now with the White Sox. Strong right-hand batter, Richie Zisk, with 12 home runs and 32 runs batted in. Homecoming for Zisk, who was born here in Brooklyn. He fouls the pitch back and off the facing of the upper deck. Richie makes his home now out in Parsippany, New Jersey. Beautiful countryside out there. 0-1 pitch to him outside. Of his 12 home runs, Zisk has hit 9 on the road, only 3 at Comiskey Park. 1-1 delivery, fast and low, ball 2. In addition to being an excellent baseball player at Parsippany High School, he was also a soccer player. All-state in baseball, all-county in basketball, and all-around athlete. There's a drive out toward right center. Jackson is after it, still going, and he doesn't. The ball gets away from him off the wall, and Zisk will pull in at second base. Jackson's back shielded me from the ball for just a moment. He had the glove up. It looked like the ball was catchable, but Jackson was not able to hold it on the dead run, and Zisk is in at second base with a double.
You know, Frank, if people haven't seen these Chicago uniforms, it's worth the trip out here just to see them.
I was waiting for you to comment on the Chicago uniforms.
Those are the strangest things I have ever seen in my life.
I'm going to call them navy blue. They're darker than navy blue. They're almost purple. Oscar Gamble steps in with his Zisk at second and 2 out. Wait till you see him in their shorts. Change from Cat is high for a ball to Gamble.
Will we see the shorts on this trip?
I didn't ask Bob Lemon. I don't know. I didn't see any of them hanging down in the clubhouse when I was in there. Maybe a little too cool yet. 1-0 pitch on the outside corner for a strike. The uniforms are very, very dark blue, almost black, as we said, or purple, with large white lettering.
Well, they're certainly not very flattering.
1-1 delivery. Hit deep to right field. Gamble's got one. It is going to be out of here in the bleachers. Oscar Gamble got all of it, just as he did 20 times here at Yankee Stadium for the Yankees last year. And the White Sox lead 2-0. That is Gamble's 8th home run of the year, the 5th given up by Catfish Hunter. Zisk scores in front of him, and the White Sox jump out in front 2-0. Oscar Gamble had the home run bat tailor-made for this ballpark, and he shows it now in the visiting uniform. That was the White Sox 48th home run as a team this year. They're 32nd on the road. They've hit 16 at home. Jim Spencer is the batter. He's hit 6 homers and grounds one sharply to Chambliss. Chris is up with it at first. Goes to the bag to retire the side. 2 runs cross at the end of 1/2. The White Sox 2 and the Yankees are coming to bat.
And your occupant...
Kenny Brett is taking his warm-up throws. Brett with a record of 5 wins and 3 losses. I talked to Ken down in the White Sox clubhouse before the ball game. Said anything new, any new pitches, and said no, same old slider, curveball, fastball, and changeup. I'll just try to get 1 or 2 of them over the plate. Kenny, a very refreshing young man to talk to. Yes, Pam.
That's some baseball family.
Yes, it is. Ken is not that bad a pitcher, and his brother is the defending American League batting champion.
And not a bad third baseman.
No, he isn't. He does a good job at third base. Not as good a job as Graig Nettles, but I'll tell you, George Brett as a third baseman always had, I thought, a good glove. He had a scatter arm to start with, but now he's controlled that on his throws to first, and he is an outstanding defensive player, as you said, Pam. He's still hurt. He played the doubleheader down in Baltimore the other night, but he is still hurting from the fight with the Texas Rangers. All right, the first pitch to Willie Randolph is hit sharply past the shortstop. Alan Bannister out into left center field, and Randolph wastes no time in getting the Yankees' first base hit of the ball game. Willie batting .285 as he stepped in, slammed the first pitch on the ground to the left of Bannister. No chance for a play on it. So Willie Randolph leads off with a single, and that was Randolph's 46th base hit of the year. It brings up Mickey Rivers. Rivers is hitting .284. And he swings away and fouls one back in the upper deck. We mentioned one of the trademarks of Brett is his good control. You might as well go up there and probably take a rip at that first pitch. He's going to throw it in there for a strike. He does not like the baseball he gets from Jerry Neudecker and requests a change. The third baseman, Jack Brohamer, well down the line. Shortstop Bannister and second baseman Orta clog up the middle. And over at first, Jim Spencer is holding on Randolph. Throw over there and back safely. Now, the Yankee base runners will have to be alert. Kenny Brett picked 13 men off last year. He has a good pickoff move. He sends a slider outside to Mickey Rivers, and the count evens 1-1. The outfield of Royle Stillman in left, Chet Lemon in center, and Richie Zisk in right shortens up. The pitch. Cut on and bounce to the first baseman, Spencer. He goes to Bannister out at second. Back to first, no play. Rivers well across the bag and safe at first. Randolph is forced 3-6, and there's one away. The hand is for Yankee catcher and captain Thurman Munson. Reunion down at first base as Mickey Rivers and Jim Spencer exchange pleasantries. On the coaching lines for the Yankees, Bobby Cox at first, Dick Hauser at third. Munson steps in batting .331 with a team-leading 30 runs batted in. Thurman has hit 8 homers. Brett kicks and delivers, and Munson takes a high pitch for a ball. The outfield deep, shaded a bit to the left side for Munson. And Thurman hits a drive to deep right field down the line. It is well hit, and it is in play off the wall. Rivers on his way to third, and Hauser flags him down. Munson goes into second base with a stand-up double. Thurman creamed that one right down the line and right. It hit the wall right at the foot of the 310-foot sign near the foul pole. Rivers normally would score from first base on a double, but he held up between first and second to see whether Zisk might catch the ball. So the Yankees with an out have a threat going. Runners at second and third. And the batter is Chris Chambliss, left-hand hitter. The full windup by the left-hander, Brett, in the pitch on the inside corner. Strike one. Brett's fastball moving down and in to the left-hand hitting Chambliss. Brett winds again, and the curve is fouled off on the left side. No balls, 2 strikes on Chambliss. Chris batting .286. 4 home runs, 26 runs batted in. The White Sox are leading 2-0 here in the bottom half of the first. A base hit could tie the ball game up. Bannister shades towards second at shortstop, and the pitch swung on and missed. Got him with a dipping fastball, strike 3. There are 2 outs as Brett picks up his first strikeout. Talk about Kenny Brett's control. In 57 innings, he has walked only 11 men while now striking out 31. His pitch here to Roy White is foul back. That'll be on the screen. Roy is batting .296. He stands in right-handed against the southpaw Brett. White has 4 home runs, 14 RBIs, and Reggie Jackson is on deck. Brett stays with a full windup with runners at second and third. The 0-1 delivery, low and inside on a breaking ball. Blocked in the dirt by the catcher, Jim Essian. Brett peers down again for the sign. Starts his move, and the pitch is foul back again. Ken Brett is a native of New York, born in Brooklyn on September 18th, 1948. In his second start last year for the White Sox, after being traded from the Yankees to Chicago, he missed a no-hitter by just 1 out. He deals 1 and 2 to White, and Roy swings and fouls the fastball back off the mitt of Essian and stays alive. Kenny Brett last year won 10 and lost 12, and his 10 victories was high on the White Sox staff. He had 16 complete games in 26 starts. He's ready to work again. The 1-2 pitch to Roy. Cut on and bounced to third base. Taken by Brohamer. Long throw to first is in time, and the side is retired. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left, and a 1. The White Sox lead the Yankees 2-0. We go to the second inning, and Royle Stillman leads off for the Chicago White Sox. The left fielder is a left-hand batter hitting .244. Hunter's first pitch to him. Outside, ball 1. Stillman joined the White Sox in the re-entry draft after 2 years' service in Baltimore. The pitch to him is high. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Hunter fires again, and this is inside with a fastball. So count is behind Stillman, 3-0. And the pitch comes in high, had the plate upstairs. 4 pitches and a walk. Stillman down at first, and the batter will be Chet Lemon, who's doing an outstanding job for Chicago in center field and with the bat. Lemon is hitting .308. He has hit 6 home runs and has 25 runs batted in. Lemon is a right-hand hitter. He looks down to Bobby Knopf, the third base coach, for a sign. Minnie Minoso coaches first. Hunter sets and delivers, and the bunt was on, but he took a fastball inside as he pulled the bat away. 1 ball and no strikes. Jack Brohamer is on deck. The White Sox lead 2-0. 2-out double on a ball to right center field by Richie Zisk. Looked like the ball might have been catchable, but Reggie Jackson had a little trouble with it. And then Oscar Gamble homered. Visual signs are not enough for Lemon. He goes down and asks Knopf what he wants. Outstanding second baseman Bobby Knopf in his playing days. 1-0 delivery. Line past Nettles out of the left field base hit. Down to second base holding Stillman. And a bullet single for Chet Lemon. They took the sacrifice off, and Lemon drilled one. Nettles dove to his left. Just could not reach it. So with nobody out, the Sox have runners at first and second. And the Yankees have Dick Tidrow throwing in the bullpen. Conference at the mound. Munson goes out. Now Nettles comes over from third. Jack Brohamer will be the batter. He's a left-hand hitter. Tried switch hitting at one time, but prefers hitting left-handed. He's batting .313. He does not have power. He sprays the ball around. Nettles in, and the pitch is taken high and outside with no indication of a bunt. Now Brohamer steps out and looks at Knopp. Hunter drops the hands and the pitch. Strike call. Munson bluffed a throw down to second base, but nobody is there. Dent is in almost halfway at shortstop. Randolph in about a third of the way at second. The outfield is spread out, and the pitch is hit right back through the box. It hits second base and bounces, and it is fielded by Dent. He throws to first, not in time. The bases are loaded, and that is a base hit in the true sense of the meaning. It hit the base at second. Dent, coming behind the bag, fielded the ball on a high bounce on the first base side of second, made his throw, but not in time.
Bucky did a good job stopping that ball because it took a crazy bounce, and if he'd missed it, the run could have scored on that.
Very easily, Pam, and one of those times Catfish Hunter usually gets his glove down and will field the ball right back through the box. The bases are loaded for Jim Essian. The catcher takes a breaking ball for a strike. Essian is a right-hand hitter, batting .269. 2 home runs, 14 runs batted in. Hunter off the full wind delivers a breaking ball low and away, and it's 1-1. Jim Essian is of Armenian descent. Awaiting the 1-1 pitch, and here it comes. Drilled through the left side, base hit into left field. Here comes Stillman in to score. Here comes Chet Lemon in to score, and the White Sox lead 4-0. Jack Brohamer stopped at second. Jim Essian, a bases-loaded single. And we'll pause for station identification on the New York Yankee Home of Champions radio network.
WMCA, Strauss Communications in New York. This is Mel Allen. If you have a package that has to get somewhere fast, call in the Air Force. Emory, the Air Force and Air Freight.
Billy Martin has gone out to the mound. Catfish is being hit pretty hard here in the ball game. Brohamer's ball was not hard. It was right back through the mound, hit second base, and took the big hop. But the other balls have been hit hard. And Pam Boucher just told me an interesting story about the catcher, Jim Essian.
Frank, Jim used to be with the Philadelphia Phillies, and when I was working in Tampa, I interviewed him one time. He practices transcendental meditation and credits that with his improvement as a baseball player.
All right, Catfish Hunter is out of the ball game. Billy Martin wastes no time. He removes Cat here in the second inning with runners at first and second, nobody out. And right now, the new pitcher, Dick Tidrow, is making his way to the mound.
Rickle, you do it better with Rickle.
Spring means more savings at a Rickle Home Center. Right now, to keep your family safe from fire, Rickle saves you $10 on a First Alert battery smoke detector by Pitway. First Alert gives you the earliest possible warning, maximum protection for only $29.99 at Rickle. Pick up your free circular and save more at Rickle for spring.
Rickle, you do it better with Rickle.
Hello, food fans. Mel Kane here, direct from Jack in the Box restaurant. It's a beautiful day here, perfect weather for eating. A small boy is waiting at the counter. Tracy, the Flash Terhune, is filling his order. What's the kid having, Tracy?
Shake fries and a bonus jack.
Right. Tracy's putting it all together. The grace, the speed. It's a pretty picture, food lovers. Here's the order. The kid makes the grab and heads for home. Good work, Tracy.
Gotta be good to make it a Jack in the Box.
Well, Dick Tidrow comes out to pitch for the Yankees. Catfish Hunter fails to survive the second inning. In fact, nobody is out here in the inning. Cat goes 1 inning plus 4 batters. He has charged so far with 4 runs, 5 hits. He walked 1 and struck out nobody. And Jack Brohamer at second and Jim Essian at first base are his responsibility. So Dick Tidrow is out in relief early in this ball game. And as Tidrow begins his warm-up throws, we'll step out briefly for this message.
Hello there, everybody. This is Mel Allen. May is National Tavern Month. Enjoy a cool glass of Rheingold Extra Dry at your favorite tavern.
Well, Pam, we understand that a good friend of yours and mine, the director of broadcasting for the New York Yankees, Barry Landers, who is a little bit under the weather in Lincoln Hospital, but he does have a radio tonight. He's listening to the ball game.
He demanded a radio today so that he could hear the game. So he's got one, and we want to send along our best wishes, and we hope he gets well soon and comes on back to us.
Okay, we certainly extend our very best wishes for a speedy recovery to Barry Landers, director of broadcasting and director of marketing for the New York Yankees. Dick Tidrow here in the second inning will be pitching to Alan Bannister as soon as he completes his warm-up throws. Dick is making his 16th relief appearance. He has 3 wins, 2 losses, and 2 saves, and an excellent earned run average of 1.77. You talk about ERAs for relief pitchers, and sometimes they don't mean that much. It's not the runs they give up themselves, it's the runs they keep from scoring left behind by other pitchers, but in Tidrow's case, you have to keep in mind, Dick is a long relief pitcher. He'll pitch more innings than your normal short relief man. Dick pitches both short and long relief. So I've got to say he's done one heck of a job. Big, strong right-hander, good fastball, good slider. Keeps the pitch down when he's right.
A few weeks ago, he told Billy that he would like to get some more work, and he's certainly gotten his share the past week and a half or 2 weeks.
Yes, he has that. Maybe a little bit more than he wanted. All right, let's see what he does with Alan Bannister. Bannister lined out to Roy White his first time up. The Yankees look for the bunt. They move the infielders, and a strike is called. Bucky Dent raced to cover third with Nettles coming down the line. There's that play that's, Phil does not like it. There are so many options on it now. They can play it straight that way and look for the bunt. Sometimes the Yankees will have a pickoff move on as Dent breaks for third. Randolph will sneak in behind the runner at second. But the pitcher has to be alerted as to what they want him to do. Well, now Tidrow holds the set. Everybody goes back. They were all moving. Everybody goes back, and the pitch comes in high for a ball. 1-1. Nettles looks toward the Yankee dugout to see what Billy Martin wants. Billy flashes him the sign, and he alerts the infield and the pitcher. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Dent breaks to cover third. The pitch is bunted foul off the first base side. And it rolls into the Yankee dugout, a ball and 2 strikes. In a case like this, there's a foot race in store between the runner at second and the shortstop. I have seen a fast runner at second base when this play is on outrace the shortstop and steal third. Just like any play is any strategy. When it works, it's good. When it doesn't work, it's like the little girl with a curl. 1-2 on Bannister. Tidrow turns it loose, and it's foul back in the seats on the right side. The White Sox have built up a 4-0 lead early in this ball game. Runners at first and second, nobody out here in the top half of the second inning. Right-hander Tidrow starts the move. 1-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to the second baseman, Randolph. The only play is over to first in time. Bannister is out, and the runners move up. Brohamer goes to third, Essian to second. Bannister hit that ball right off his hands, off the bat handle. A slow roller to Willie Randolph, and no chance to try to go for the double play. There is 1 out. Runners at second and third, and the batter is Jorge Orta. Orta, a left-hand batter, grounded out to Randolph his first time up. And now the Yankees will bring the infield in. Orta will be walked. They'll put him on to load the bases, and they'll be setting the table for Richie Zisk. Ball 2 comes into Orta. Jorge Orta, native of Mazatlan, Mexico, if I say the name correctly. Trots down to first base on ball 4, and Richie Zisk will step in with the bases loaded. Zisk hit the drive to right center in the first inning that was played off the wall for a double. He's batting with the bases loaded. Zisk with 12 home runs, 32 runs batted in. Strong right-hand hitter. Tidrow works off the set position with the bases loaded, and he comes inside with a sidearm pitch. For the last 3 seasons, Richie Zisk led the Pittsburgh Pirates in game-winning RBIs. 6'1", 210 pounds. 1-0 pitch is fouled off toward the mezzanine on the right side. Tidrow kept that pitch in on him, got it right in on his hands, and he fouled it off. The White Sox gave up a couple of pitchers, Rich Gossage and Terry Forster, to get Richie Zisk, and a pitcher named Silvio Martinez. Brohamer at third, Essian at second, Orta at first. Tidrow drops the hands, the 1-1 pitch, low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Dent and Randolph play up the middle on Zisk. Munson now goes out to the mound to talk to Tidrow. The outfield is spread out. White and Jackson give Zisk both corners. Jackson gives him more of the right field corner than White does in left. And waiting on deck, Oscar Gamble, the home run hitter of the first inning. Two balls and a strike. Tidrow starts the move. And the 2-1 pitch to Zisk. Foul straight back, and that will be off the facing of the press box. 2-2. Tidrow pitching in relief of Catfish Hunter. Takes the sign from Munson. 2-2 to Zisk. Fouled into the stands on the first base side. Joe D'Ambrosia brings a new supply of baseballs out to the plate umpire, Jerry Neudecker. Two and two again to Zisk. Here it comes. Low with a slider. 3-2. Bases loaded, 1 gone. Tidrow starts to work. The runners edge away. Here's the pitch. And it is hit in the air to right field, fairly deep enough to get a run in. Jackson makes the catch. And here comes Brohamer from third. Jackson's throw goes to second. Essian tags up at second, goes to third. The White Sox lead 5-0 on a sacrifice fly, and Richie Zisk's 33rd run batted in.
The designated hitter, Oscar Gamble.
Jorge Orta held at first base. Essian went to third as Brohamer scored. The run is charged to Catfish. There are 2 down, and here is Oscar Gamble. Oscar hit his 8th home run of the year, following the double by Zisk in the first inning. Tidrow's pitch. Gamble bounces a foul ball to Minnie Minoso, the first base coach. Orestes Minnie Minoso, outstanding ball player. In fact, the White Sox activated him even last year as a designated hitter for a few games. 0-1 delivery to Gamble. Bounce to Chambliss at first. Chris has it. Goes to the bag to retire the side, but the Sox get 3 runs and leave 2. In the middle of the second, it's Chicago 5 and the Yankees nothing. The Yankees second. Reggie is hitting .248, 6 home runs, 19 runs batted in. And he bunts the first pitch down the third base line. It bounces foul. Brohamer let it roll, and it went foul. On the scoreboard, Cleveland leads Oakland 2-0 at the end of 4.5 innings. Wayne Garland trying to pick up his second win of the year, pitching against Vida Blue. It's Toronto 1, California nothing at the end of 4. Ross and Singer, the pitchers there. The veteran Bill Singer with a record of 2-6 for Toronto. Baltimore 4, Minnesota nothing at the end of 3. Rudy May taking some early lumps in that ball game. Jeff Zahn trying to win his 7th. There's a pitch hit by Jackson deep out toward the bleachers. It's going to be in the bleachers and well back, almost hit the back wall of the bleachers. Reggie Jackson got all of one and hit it deep into the right field bleachers. His 7th home run of the year to put the Yankees on the scoreboard. Jackson hit that ball, I'd say 3/4 of the way up in the bleachers. That's got to be one of his best shots, and yes, he does shake hands down the line in the dugout. A Getty round tripper for Reggie Jackson, and Reggie receives Getty gift certificates good toward the purchase of Getty Premium. The gasoline that, according to a recent survey, sells from 2 to 2.5 cents less per gallon than most other major premiums. Graig Nettles has to lean away from a high inside fastball, ball 1. Nettles is hitting .221, and now the curve is fouled back off the catcher Essian. White Sox lead now 5-1 following Jackson's homer. Lou Piniella is on deck. Brett's 1-1 pitch inside. 2 balls and a strike. Boston leads Kansas City 1-0 in the bottom half of the third. Fergie Jenkins pitching against Dennis Leonard. 2-1, curve and a check swing strike call. Now we're told a foul tip by plate umpire Neudecker. Just brushed the bat and into the mid of Essian. 2-2. Seattle and Detroit are scoreless. Mark Fidrich did start that game for the Tigers. 2-2 pitches inside. 3-2. Glenn Abbott for Seattle, and Mark the Bird Fidrich making his first start of 1977 for Detroit. The wind for the 3-2 to Nettles, and he bounces a curve foul, flagged down by Bobby Cox. Doyle Alexander is scheduled to pitch for the Rangers against Bill Slayton at Milwaukee tonight. No report there. In the National League, the Phillies 2 and the Mets 1 at the end of 1.5. Seaver and Christensen the pitchers. This afternoon, the Cubs beat the Pirates 4-2. Bill Bottom getting his 6th win against 3 losses, and John Candelaria losing for the first time this year after 6 wins. 3-2 pitch to Nettles. Low, ball 4. Graig is on. Lou Piniella will step in. As he comes up, taps Essian playfully on the backside with a barrel end of the bat. First time the Yankees and the White Sox have met this year. A lot of acquaintances, friendships being renewed in different ways. Piniella is batting .275. He has 2 runs batted in. He's looking for his first extra base hit of the year. And he pops this one up into shallow center. Coming on for Chet Lemon. Center fielder is waiting and makes a one-hand catch. There's 1 out. Nettles goes back to first. And now Bucky Dent. Bucky making his first appearance against his former team. Bucky Dent recognized as one of the best shortstops in the American League. And quite a tribute, I think, to Alan Bannister, the fact that the White Sox were willing to trade Bucky Dent. Infield sets up the middle in double play depth, and the pitch is over but low, ball 1.
It's a big break for Bannister, too, because he came to Chicago from the Phillies where he was playing behind Boa. So.
Broken back grounder goes through the left side, base hit. Barrel end of the bat went past Kenny Brett at the mound. The ball went past the shortstop Bannister to his right. And and the Yankees have runners at first and second. You know, it's amazing, Pan. You look around, see kids coming on, doing a good job with a major league club, and they get their first opportunity to play regularly.
You never get to see enough of them to know how well they can play.
All right, the Yankees have runners at first and second for Willie Randolph, who takes a hard slider for a strike, 0-1. Randolph singled to left center his first time up, with a ground ball just past Bannister to his left. Brett sets and deals, but time had been called, and it's no pitch. Brett likes to work quickly. Randolph stepped out, and time was called for him by Neudecker. Now the 0-1 pitch. Curve hangs high, 1-1. The White Sox lead 5-1 here in the bottom half of the second. 2 on and 1 gone. Nettles off second. Dent off first. The pitch is slammed on one hop to the third baseman, knocked down by Brohamer. Now he recovers and tags Nettles out and gets his only play. A perfect double play ball, but Brohamer could not handle it. He knocked the ball down, did not field it cleanly, but alertly spun around and tagged Nettles out. Dent now at second, Randolph at first, and Mickey Rivers is the batter. Mickey grounded into a 3-6 force his first trip. Lines one, left side, it'll be foul. Goes back in the seats about 4 rows. No balls and a strike, and Mickey broke his bat with that one. Well, Yogi Berra down there selected another one from the bat rack for him. No balls and a strike on Rivers. Mickey is currently hitting .282. The third baseman, Brohamer, is in on the grass for him. Brett comes set, and the pitch. Fastball is outside, 1-1. The left fielder, Stillman, well over toward the line and shallow. The center fielder, Lemon, straight away. And the right fielder, Zisk, is set up straight away and shallow. 1-1 pitch, high. 2 balls and a strike to Rivers. Thurman Munson is on deck. One delivery, swing and a miss on a high fastball. It's 2-2. Good lively crowd here at the stadium tonight, as you can tell from the background noise. 2-2 pitch to Mickey Rivers. Fastball is hit through the left side. That'll be a base hit. Here comes Dent. He'll score. And it's a 5-2 ball game. Mickey Rivers got one off the end of the bat and slapped it to the left side of the infield. Dent scores, and the White Sox lead is now cut to 3, 5-2. For Rivers, his 16th run batted in. Thurman Munson with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Thurman doubled to the right field corner his first time up. Rivers was on at first, but Mickey held up to be sure the ball wouldn't be caught and was not able to score. Brett looks back towards second, and his pitch to Munson is up high. Ball 1. Chris Chambliss is now on deck. One-0 delivery. Munson is taking all the way, and Brett is high again. 2 balls and no strikes. Lead, 2-0 pitch is high, ball 3. So Brett is getting himself in a hole behind 3-0 on Munson. With Randolph down at second base, Mickey Rivers at first. The pitch is lined to left center field. That'll be in for a base hit. It's going to roll to the wall. Here comes Randolph in to score. Rivers is being waved home. Munson is on his way to third, and Thurman pulls in with a stand-up triple. 2 runs batted in, and the Yankees have come back to within a run. White Sox skipper Bob Lemon goes to the mound. Lemon is out there talking to Ken Brett. Lemon looks toward his bullpen, and that will be all for Brett. Bob Lemon not only looks toward the bullpen, he has made a motion to the bullpen, and Brett will leave the ball game.
You know, Frank, an inning like this has got to make the players, our players, feel a lot better. I was talking to Roy White before the game, and he said they were really concerned because they just couldn't figure out what they were doing wrong. It seemed like they'd have men on first and third, and then somebody hit into a double play, and they couldn't get the runs in. So this is really a big help to them.
It is. It's a big inning. Jackson led it off with a tremendous home run, and that could have been the spark that ignited things for the Yankees. Jackson's homer carried well over 400 feet. My estimate is a good 3/4 of the way up in the right center field bleachers. Then Nettles walked. Piniella flied out for 1 away. Bucky Dent singled with Nettles going to second. Randolph hit the ground ball to third, which should have been a double play ball to take Brett out of the inning. But the ball was misplayed by Brohamer. The only play he got on it was to tag Nettles coming in. Then Mickey Rivers singled for another run, and Munson has just delivered a triple for 2 more. Bruce Del Canton will come on to pitch for the Chicago White Sox, a right-hander. Del Canton with a record of 0-1. Del Canton is making his 8th appearance. No wins, 1 loss, 2 saves, and an earned run average of .310.
If Bob Lemon decides to go with Wilbur Wood on Sunday, they'll make 2 knuckleballers that we'll face this weekend, because Del Canton relies mainly on that pitch, too.
All right, maybe the Yankees can warm up on Del Canton for Wilbur Wood on Sunday, if Wood pitches Sunday, and Bob Lemon has said he is not certain yet. As of the moment, the probable listed pitcher for Sunday is Chris Knapp. Cleveland leads Oakland 2-0. They're in the bottom half of the 6th inning at Cleveland. Toronto 1, California 0 at the end of 5. Baltimore 4, Minnesota 0 at the end of 4. Boston now leads Kansas City 4-0 at the end of 5. Detroit 1, Seattle 0 at the end of 3.5. Mark the Bird Fidrich is pitching for Detroit. Tommy Verizor gave the Tigers their run with his 2nd home run of the year. 1-0, Detroit over Seattle. Chambliss steps in and takes low from Del Canton. Big right-hander. Comes set and pitches. Chambliss bounces one out towards second base. And it's fielded by the second baseman. The throw to first is not in time. And the run scores. The Yankees tie it up. Thurman Munson scores from third on a high bouncing single by Chris Chambliss. Jorge Orta went to his right, fielded the ball, but by the time he made an off-balance throw to first, Chambliss was across the bag with a base hit, and the ball game is tied. It's 5-5. The Yankees have now batted around as Roy White steps in. Throw to first base, and Chambliss skips back. Del Canton offers, and a floater is over the inside corner, strike 1. Roy grounded out to third base his first time up. The Yankees coming back with 5 runs here in the 2nd. Del Canton sets and offers. Knucklers outside. 2 ball and a strike. Now Essian tells Spencer down at first that Lemon wants him to play behind the base runner and guard the line and not hold Chambliss on. the outside corner, a ball and 2 strikes. Essian now using the large, oversized catcher's mitt. It's more like a first baseman's mitt to handle the knuckleballer Bruce Dalcanton. 1-2 on Roy White, choking up about 2 or 3 inches on the bat handle. The pitch to him, hit in the air to left center field. Chasing it down, Royle Stillman, the left fielder. He's there to make the catch, but the Yankees get 5 at the end of 2. It's all tied up. Yankees 5, White Sox 5. We go to the 3rd inning, tied up 5-5. The Yankees 5 runs, 7 hits. The White Sox 5 runs on 5 hits. Jim Spencer leads off for Chicago against Dick Tidrow. Both starting pitchers, Hunter and Brett, are gone after giving up 5 runs apiece early in the ball game. Tidrow ready to work to the left-hand hitting Spencer, and his first pitch, a strike knee-high on the inside corner. Against Catfish in the 1st inning, Hunter bounced out to Chambliss on a hard shot at first. The 0-1 pitch. Line right field, base hit. Jackson will cut the ball off in the corner, and Spencer stops at first base. That is the first hit off Tidrow. And we'll pause for station identification on the New York Yankee Home of Champions radio network.
The Lincoln Savings Bank brings you every Yankee game this season and absolutely free checking when you open a high-interest savings account. No minimum balances, no monthly charges. 2 good reasons why the Lincoln makes friends for life. Member FDIC. WMCA, Strauss Communications in New York.
Royle Stillman, a left-hand hitter, steps in with Spencer at first. Nobody out, and the pitch to him. Line, foul ball outside the right field line. Graig Nettles comes in to talk to Tidrow. Kenny Brett did not survive the 2nd inning. Neither did Catfish. No ball, 1 strike pitch now to Stillman. It's on the way. Low. In fact, Kenny didn't hang around long enough for me to get over to television to wish his grandmother in Brooklyn a happy 85th birthday coming up next week. Mrs. Laura Hanson. 1-1 pitch. On the outside corner for a called strike. It's 1-2 on Stillman. Chet Lemon is on deck. The Yankees and the White Sox tied 5-5, starting off this 3-game series. Tidrow's next pitch is hit in the air to left field. Roy White is going back, has a beat on it, stops and makes the catch. Spencer retreats to first base. 1 out. And now Chet Lemon. Lemon had a single to left field in the 2nd inning and scored run number 4 for Chicago. Looks like Chambliss will continue to play behind the base runner Spencer at first, even with the right-hand hitter Lemon up there. Nettles guards close to the bag at 3rd, and a breaking ball off the end of the bat. Past the mound, this could be trouble. Randolph charges, underhand flip in time. Willie Randolph made a fine play charging in on the grass. Lemon has good speed. Once that ball got by Tidrow, it was a good shot for a base hit, but Randolph made an excellent play charging in, picking it up and flipping it underhanded to Chambliss. Jim Spencer is down at 2nd now with 2 outs, and the batter is Jack Brohamer. Brohamer had an infield hit his first trip and scored a run. He takes a strike. Infield plays him up the middle. The outfield spreads out. And Tidrow's 0-1 delivery is outside. A ball and a strike. Scores tied at 5 here in the 3rd inning. Tidrow's fastball is outside. The count is 2 balls and a strike on Jack Brohamer. 2-1 delivery. Swung out and fouled in the upper deck, just off to the left side of home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jim Essian, the catcher, is on deck. The game has featured 2 home runs, one by Oscar Gamble of Chicago, and a tremendous shot by Reggie Jackson of the Yankees. Thurman Munson already has had 2 hits, a double and a triple. 2-2 pitch. Lined and caught by Bucky Dent. Dent timed his leap perfectly to Spirit, and the side is retired. In the middle of the third, it's Chicago 5 and New York 5. The score is tied 5-5, and Reggie Jackson is set to lead off the bottom half of the third inning. Reggie hit his 7th home run of the year. Deep into the right center field bleachers, his first time out. Before the inning was over, the Yankees had scored 5 times to tie it up. Bruce Delcannon, big right-hander who relies, as Pam told you, on the knuckleball, gets it over the outside corner, strike 1. He is ready again and offers. The pitch is popped out on the left side of the infield. The shortstop is over. Bannister waiting and makes the catch. Brohamer started to set up under it. Bannister called him off. So there's one away, and Graig Nettles steps in.
I would think that a night like this would be perfect for a knuckleball pitcher because there's just a little bit of a breeze. It's not very much, just enough to make that ball move.
And the knuckleballer would rather throw the ball against the wind. He'd rather have the wind blowing out as it is tonight. The pitch to Nettles, swing and a miss on the knuckler. Delcannon offers again, and Nettles fouls this one down off the... I think he fouled it. It might just have got through the mid of Essian. No balls, 2 strikes. They play Nettles well around to the right side, and the 0-2 pitch is hit in the air to shallow right center field. Coming on for Chet Lemon, the center fielder. He's there now. Very nonchalantly catches it one-handed. And there are 2 down. Now Lou Piniella. Piniella flied to center his first trip, so Lou is 0 for 1, batting .268. Delcannon waits for Chet Lemon to get back in position in center field. He was well over toward right center on Nettles. And Lou takes the ball. Delcannon rocks and fires, and the knuckler is fouled back off Essian. 1 ball and 1 strike. Score tied 5-5 here at the stadium. Frank Messer here along with Pam Boucher. And we're in the bottom half of the third. 1-1 to Nettles, to Piniella, line to left field, and again the left fielder is there. Stillman makes the catch. The Yankees go in order. Bill White will be along for the middle 3 innings, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure. At the end of 3, we're tied 5-5.
Well, we're in the top of the 4th here at the stadium. The Yankees and the White Sox are all tied up at 5 apiece. A lot of base hits, 13 so far. And here in the top of the 4th inning, the White Sox will send in Jim Essian, their catcher, who singled in 2 runs in that 2nd inning. White Sox scored 2 in the first on a 2-run home by Oscar Gamble. Picked up 3 more in that 2nd inning. The Yankees scored all 5 of theirs in the bottom of the 2nd. Reggie Jackson leading off with his 7th home run of the year. Munson also got a 2-run triple in that inning. The fastball is on the inside corner to Essian. The count is ball and a strike. Essian batting at .277. A right-handed hitter. Fouled off into the seats behind Chambliss at first base. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 to Essian. Swung on and missed. Essian goes down swinging. 1 away. Well, Pam Boucher, things look awful bleak there for a while. The White Sox are leading 5-0, but the Yankees finally exploding for 5 runs in the bottom of the 2nd.
You know, Bill, this team really needed an inning like that, too, with the inability that they've had recently to get the runs across.
Alan Bannister takes the slider on the outside corner for strike. Bannister has lined to left. Bannister's bounced to second. He's 0 for 2, a right-handed hitter. Fastball is fouled off into the seats down the right side. No balls, 2 strikes. Bannister was the White Sox leading hitter coming into this ball game tonight. He's 0 for 2. His average now down to .313. Finally getting a chance to play shortstop where he played at the University of Arizona. And he signed with the Phillies as a shortstop. Big bonus player with the Phillies. The 0-2 misses down low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Phillies had Larry Boa playing shortstop. Bannister had to try to learn the outfield. They move second base. Here's the 1-2. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. On deck for the White Sox, Jorge Orta, their second baseman. Here's a 2-2 delivery to Al Bannister. Swung on and fouled straight down. And the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. In that big second inning for the Yankees, Jackson led out with a homer. Nettles walked, Piniella flied out. Dent single. Nettles was tagged to third as Randolph bounced to third. They're on the ground is second. Right there is Randolph. He'll throw it to first base, and they're 2 out. Then Rivers singled in a run. Munson tripled in 2 runs, and Chambliss, a high chopper over second that Orta threw out balance, did not get Chambliss. Munson scoring the 5th run of the inning. And the Yankees had come from behind 5-0 for a 5-5 tie. Here's Jorge Orta, a left-handed batter, 0 for 1. Kid throws first pitch, misses outside, ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch to Orta. Too high, ball 2. It's 2 balls, no strike. Orta bounced to Randolph in the second. Was intentionally in the first inning. Was intentionally passed in the second to load the bases up for Richie Zisk. Hit on the ground to Randolph at second. Short hopped it. Throws the first in time. A little tricky hop for Randolph, but he made the play. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the 4th coming up to score. Yankees 5, White Sox 5. Tomorrow afternoon, the Yankees will use Ron Guidry against the Chicago White Sox. Guidry's won 3 and lost none, and he'll be opposed by Francisco Barrios, who's won 3 and lost 3. Then on Sunday, the final game in his homestand, Ed Figueroa will be looking for his 6th against Chris Knapp. Bucky Dent takes a knuckleball for a strike from Bruce Del Kent. Dent singled in that 5-run second for the Yankees and scored a run. He's 1 for 1. Bucky with a home run, 20 runs batted in. He's a right-handed hitter. Del Kent's next pitch is fouled off. It's no balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Willie Randolph, the second baseman. We're in the bottom of the 4th. The score is tied. The Yankees 5 and the Chicago White Sox 5. Yankees 5 runs on 7 hits. The White Sox 5 runs on 6. Swing and a miss. Dent goes down swinging at a knuckleball. That's Del Canton's first strikeout. There's 1 away. Willie Randolph has singled to center, and his bounce to the third was bobbled by Brohamer. Brohamer had a chance for a double play back in that second inning. Bobbled the ball and had to tag Nettles. That kept that Yankee rally going. Too high to Randolph. Ball 1. Rivers promptly single, and Munson tripled in 2 runs. Too high, 2 balls and no strikes on Randolph. Rivers promptly single, and Munson tripled in 2 runs. Too high, 2 balls and no strikes on Randolph. The top part of the Yankee batting order doing a job. Here's a 2-0. On the inside corner, it's 2-1. Brohamer even with the bag at third. Al Bannister is the shortstop. Jorge Orta, the second baseman. And Jim Spencer is the first baseman for the White Sox. Royle Stillman in left. Chet Lemon in center. And Richie Zisk out in right. Here's a 2-1. Too high. 3 balls and a strike. Jim Essian catching. He's got that oversized catching mitt, trying to handle Del Canton's knuckleball. Here's a 3-1. Called strike 2. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Randolph. Del Canton used to be a sinker, slider, curveball pitcher. Picked up the knuckleball. Here's a 3-2 pitch to Randolph. Swung on and fouled back. Bruce Del Canton pitched with the Pittsburgh Pirates, Kansas City Royals. Who else, Pam? You remember? No, he pitched with those two. Randolph fouls the next pitch back and out of play.
Was he with Atlanta for a while?
Might have been. Nobody can pitch in Atlanta. Ball carries too well down there. Inside, ball 4.
I've seen a few games there. I know what you mean.
Randolph walks, so he's at first base with 1 away. That'll bring on Mickey Rivers, the center fielder, who was forced to runner at second. Single left driving in a run in that second inning and scored himself on Munson's triple. Mickey now 1 for 2, batting at .287, and time is called. Now home plate umpire Jerry Neudecker. His time is in. Here's a set and the pitch. There goes Randolph. Pitch out. Throw to second. We'll be in plenty of time. Essian, thinking with the Yankees, called a pitch out. Del Canton's fastball was away from Rivers. And a perfect throw down to the shortstop. Al Bannister cut Willie Randolph down. Randolph caught stealing 2-6, 2 outs. A count of ball and no strikes on Mickey Rivers. The knuckleball's lined up the middle, knocked down by Del Canton, but it goes out over second base for a base hit for Rivers. Jorge Orta, the second baseman, runs it down. So Rivers now at first base with his second base hit. And the batter listens to his hand for Thurman Munson. Munson doubled to right in the first inning. And tripled in 2 runs in the second and scored the tying run himself on a high bouncing single by Chambliss. So Thurman is 2 for 2. He now has 32 runs batted in on the year. A right-handed hitter. And Thurman got that triple on a 3-ball, no-strike count on Kenny Brett. In fact, that was the last hitter Brett faced. Throw the first base. A little soft toss, and Rivers is back. Mickey has 8 stolen bases. He's been caught 6 times. The Yankees overall have stolen 23 bases. They've been caught 19. That's not a good percentage. Now Del Canton sets. And a throw to first base, and Rivers dives back in. Well, they've been caught 20 times now because Randolph was caught trying to steal just a few minutes ago. So they've stolen 23 of 43. Rivers back again, sliding in. Spencer holding the ball to make sure that Rivers doesn't inadvertently come off the bag. Now Munson backs out. He wants to make Del Canton wait. Now the set by Del Canton. So the first base, and Rivers dives back in. Munson batting at .340. Another throw to first, and Rivers is back. Bannister getting a little impatient at Bruce Del Canton, doing his job, keeping Rivers as close to first base as possible. Now he sets and deals. Runner going. Pitches high. Throw to second. Will not be in time. Goes into center field. Rivers gets up. He'll go on to third. Mickey Rivers, his 9th stolen base of the year, and an error on Jim Essian, the catcher. So Rivers now over third with 2 down. And the count, 1 ball and no strikes on Thurman Munson. The Yankees 5 and the White Sox 5, playing the bottom half of the 4th inning. With Rivers at third, Del Canton will still pitch from a stretch position. And the pitch, swung on and missed. A ball and a strike on Munson. Kneeling on deck is Chris Chambliss. Del Canton sets. Here's the 1-1. Chop foul. Into the White Sox dugout on the third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Munson. Dick Hauser coaching third base for the Yankees. Bobby Cox coaching at first. They've had a lot of action so far. The Yankees have scored 5 runs on 8 base hits. The White Sox coaches have also done a lot of traffic directing. They have 5 runs on 6 base hits. The 1-2 to Munson. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Del Canton is ready. Looks at Rivers off third and the pitch. Chop to third. Brohamer has it behind the bag. Long throw to first in time. And the side is retired. The Yankees, no runs on 1 base hit, 1 error by the White Sox, and a man left on base. At the end of 4, the Yankees 5, the Chicago White Sox 5.
Bill, tomorrow is going to be Jacket Day here at Yankee Stadium. All fans 14 and under who come out to see the Yankees and the White Sox play will get free Yankee warm-up jackets in cooperation with English Leather. So come on out for Jacket Day tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
All right, fans. Richie Zisk will lead off for the White Sox here in the 5th inning. The score's all tied. Yankees 5 and the Chicago White Sox 5. Zisk has doubled, and he is driven in a run with the sacrifice fly. Chopped one to Nettles to his left. He comes up with it, throws on the first base. They've got Zisk. Graig Nettles making a good play going to his left and throwing Zisk out. 1 away. That'll bring on Oscar Gamble, the designated hitter. Gamble hit his 8th home run in the first inning with a man on. And he bounced to Chambliss at first base in the second inning, so he's 1 for 2. Rivers moves way over toward right center. Jackson deep and Royle right. White straightaway and left, so the gap's more or less straightaway center and then left center. For Oscar Gamble, who takes outside ball 1. 1 out and nobody on in the 5th. The Yankees 5, the White Sox 5. Tidrow's 1-0 pitch. Gamble takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Here's a 1-1 delivery to Oscar Gamble. Swung on it on the ground. 1 hopper to Randolph. He gobbles it up. Goes to Chambliss. 2 down. Let's take 15 seconds for station identification on the New York Yankee Home of Champions radio network.
WMCA, Strauss Communications in New York. This is Mel Allen. Thanks to Emery's computer tracking system, no matter where your package is, you can always touch base with it. Emery, the Air Force in air freight.
Jim Spencer, the first baseman. Left-handed hitter, takes inside a ball. Spencer has bounced to first and lined a single down the right field line. He's 1 for 2. The 0-1 popped up. Nettles in foul territory, waiting. The third baseman's there. He's got it. And the side is retired. 3 up and 3 down. Easy inning for Dick Tidrow. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Yankees 5, the White Sox 5. Chris Chambliss takes a knuckleball down low. We're in the bottom half of the 5th inning here at the stadium. The score is tied. The Yankees 5 and the Chicago White Sox 5. Chambliss has struck out, and he's single driving in a run. Swings and doesn't get a knuckleball. It's 1-1. They play Chambliss straight away. So far, Del Canton has had his knuckleball working. Here's a 1-1. Swung on, sliced down the left field line. After it's the left fielder Stillman, a long run, still running, and he can't get to it. And it bounces into the seats. A ground rule double for Chris Chambliss. Ball looked like a routine fly ball down the left field foul line. Stillman started after it, kept digging for it, and the ball hit just inside the foul line and bounced into the seats for a ground rule double. So Chambliss on at second base. Nobody out to batter Roy White. Twice bounced to third, fly to left. He's 0 for 2 and due. Roy batting at 292. He's in left-handed. Of course, his job here will be to pull that ball and get that run over to third base somehow. The knuckleball is outside. 1-0. Double by Chambliss, the ninth base hit for the Yankees. Del Canton sets and checks Chambliss at second base, and the 1-0 to White. Swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Kneeling on deck is Reggie Jackson. Now the set by Del Canton. Here's a 1-1 pitch to White, and he's going to bunt, but gets the bat back. It's up and in. 2-1. That got Spencer, the first baseman, in quickly. Chambliss a short lead offset and nobody out. Del Canton checks him. Here's a 2-1 to White. Swung on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chambliss evidently likes the knuckleball of Del Canton. He's 2 for 2 against him, a single and a double. Chop and single over second drove in Munson with the tying run back in the second inning. 2-2 to White. Driven deep to right. Zisk going back near the warning track. He's got it, tagging at second, and going to third is Chambliss. One away for Reggie Jackson, and the go-ahead run down at third base. Jackson hit his 7th home run of the year, leading off that second inning for the Yankees. The inning in which the Yankees tied the ball game up by scoring 5 runs. And he's also popped to short, so he's 1 for 2, batting at .252. Now the White Sox will bring their infield in. Try to cut this run off. Pitch to Jackson, tails away, ball 1. Brohamer, Bannister, Orta, Spencer all around the infield grass. Now Spencer backs up a couple of steps at first. He doesn't want to get too close to that bat. Here's a 1-0 to Jackson. On the outside corner, it's 1-1. Where Spencer feels that Jackson hits the ball so hard he'll still have plenty of time to field it and get it home. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Reggie Jackson. The go-ahead run is down at third base with 1 out. In the bottom half of the 5th inning. The Yankees 5 and the White Sox 5. Here's the 1-2 to Jackson. Swung on, line, base hit up the middle. Chambliss will score easily, and the Yankees now lead 6-5. Graig Nettles wants to talk to his third base coach, Dick Hauser. While they're talking, we'll give you the scores. At the end of 8, Oakland and Cleveland tied up 1-1. Ryder blew against Wayne Garland. Oops, check that. Cleveland 3, Oakland 1. Thank you, Pam. California 3, Toronto 1 at the end of 7. Baltimore 6, Minnesota nothing at the end of 6. Rudy May pitching that ball game. Nettles takes high a ball. Boston Red Sox 10, the Kansas City Royals nothing at the end of 7. Fergie Jenkins trying to win his 5th game. He's 4-4. Throw the first base, and Jackson's back. Seattle leading the Tigers 2-1 at the end of 6.5. In Detroit, Mark Fidrich pitching that ball game for the Tigers, his first start this year. Del Canton sets and deals to Nettles. Swung on, bounced to first. Gloved by Spencer, flipped to second for 1. And there's no throw back to first base. Del Canton slow getting there. They do force Jackson at second base 3-6. Nettles now on at first base. And the batter is Lou Piniella. The final American League score, the Milwaukee Brewers leading Texas 1-0 at the end of 3. Alexander pitching for the Rangers. Doyle is now 6-1. Tim Sladen for the Brewers. He's 2-5. In the National League, the Phillies lead the Mets 2-1 at the end of 5. Seaver against Christensen. Pittsburgh lost to the Cubs 4-2. Bonham won his 6th. He's 6-3. Piniella fouls the first pitch back. So the Cubs over Pittsburgh 4-2. Montreal leading the Cardinals 3-0. Cardinals batting in the bottom of the 4th. The other games out on the coast in the National League. Houston at San Diego, Atlanta at San Francisco, and Cincinnati at L.A. That's the scoreboard. Right here, the Yankees lead 6-5, playing the bottom of the 5th. Nettles at first base, 2 outs for Piniella, who's fly to center, fly to left. Here's a one-strike pitch now to Lou. Nettles going. Inside a ball, throw to second, and he's out. The second baseman, Jorge Orta, putting the tag on Nettles. The Yankees pick up a run on 2 hits, nobody left. At the end of 5, the Yankees lead the White Sox 6-5. Thurman leading off against Dick Tidrow here in the top of the 6th, and the first pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. The next one's in the dirt. It's 1-1. The Yankees leading 6-5 over the Chicago White Sox. In this first game of a 3-game series, the Yankees' final 3 games of this homestand. So far, they're 4-5 on this homestand. The 1-1 is on the outside corner. A ball and 2 strikes on Stillman. Stillman's walked and scored fly to left. He's 0 for 1. Left-handed batter. The Yankees playing straight away. Tidrow's 1-2 pitch. In the air to center field. Mickey Rivers coming in now. Waiting. He's got it. 1 away. That'll bring on Chet Lemon, the center fielder for the White Sox. There's a final in Cleveland. The Indians beat the Oakland A's 3-1. A 4-hitter for Wayne Garland. Garland's now 2-5 after a horrible start. Picked up $2 million. What do they call Indian money? Wampum?
Yes. Like Dick Allen's nickname this year.
Mm-hmm. Curveball on the inside corner for Chet Lemon, who was single and bounced to second, 1 for 2. Well, Garland beat Vida Blues 3-1. The 0-1 to Lemon is inside. It's 1-1. Blue having trouble winning. He's now 3-5. Here's a 1-1. Sidearm fastball is in there. A ball and 2 strikes on Chet Lemon.
The way Blue looked when he pitched here against the Yankees, it's hard to believe that he's 3-5.
Well, he pitched well out there in that extra inning ball game in Oakland. Curveball chopped wide to third, past Dent out into left field. Bucky tried to backhand a short hop, but it got past him. Base hit. And Lemon, a big turn at first, but he'll stay there. First base hit against Dick Tidrow sends back in the 3rd inning when Jim Spencer singled. Tidrow had retired 10 in a row since that single by Spencer. Tidrow's been on since the 2nd inning. Here's Brohamer, who was singled and lined out. He takes a strike. Now Brohamer backs out. He gets back in. Tidrow sits. Goes to first base, and Lemon gets back. The Yankees have a 6-5 lead, playing the top of the 6th, 1 out, 1 on for the White Sox. Runner going, pitch out, and he gets back to first, a throw there, and he's out. Well, they had a steal on with Lemon, and he started towards second and got about maybe 1/3 of the way, saw the pitch out, tried to sneak back in the first base, but Munson's throw to Chambliss cut him down. Oh, they're 2 outs. They count 1 ball, 1 strike on Brohamer. Now Tidrow winds and deals. And he misses outside. A ball skips past Munson, goes back toward the screen. 2-1. Well, both teams doing a lot of guessing with men on base. Calling pitch outs. Here's a 2-1 now to Brohamer. Low, 3 balls and a strike. On deck is Jim Essian, the catcher. Tidrow rocks and deals the 3-1 pitch. Ball 4 too high. So Brohamer walks. Here's Essian, who singled in 2 runs against Catfish Hunter in the 2nd inning, struck out by Tidrow in the 4th. Cat started. He went 1 inning, gave up 5 runs on 6 hits. Hunter walked 1, didn't strike out anybody. Tidrow has come on. He's been pretty much perfect. Hasn't given up anything yet, as far as runs are concerned. Essian takes the strike. Now the set. And the pitch. Sliced foul into the Yankee dugout and out of the dugout. 2 strikes on Essian. Double checking my stats. Tidrow has given up 2 base hits. That means Hunter has gave up 5 instead of 6. Don't want to charge Cat with that which we should not charge him with. Yankees have 6 runs on 10 hits. The White Sox 5 runs on 7. 1 error in the ball game. That by White Sox catcher Jim Essian. The pitch. Outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jim Essian. 2 outs. Jack Brohamer at first base in the top of the 6th. Tidrow sets and checks. Here's the 1-2. Hits his bat and skips foul back in the seat. The count remains a ball and 2 strikes on Jim Essian. Tidrow now gets new baseball, works over on the backside of the mound, and goes to the rosin bag. Now back up top, straddling the rubber, looking for a sign from Munson. He's ready at the belt. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back in the upper deck and out of play. Still 1-2. Once again, Tidrow working on a baseball, a new one. I understand that new baseball is sown over in Taiwan. Here's the 1-2. Curveball line, base hit over Dent's head out into left center. Around second base, digging for third is Brohamer, and he's going to make it. White throw will go into second base. So Essian singles in the left center, sending Brohamer to third with 2 away and bringing on Alan Bannister, the shortstop. 8th base hit for the White Sox, their 3rd off Dick Tidrow. Bannister's 0 for 3 so far. He has lined the left field and bounced twice Randolph to Chambliss. Tidrow sets. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled off. There's a bad lumber. Bannister fouled that ball off and his bat split. Split in half. So he gets new lumber. Bucky Dent got a base hit. A single. Back in the 2nd inning and broke his bat in half. Maybe there's a little collusion. The hitters want a jacked up baseball. And the pitchers want soft wooden bats. So far it's been a hitter's year, though. A lot of home runs. And now the set. Runners lead off first and third. Pitch. Swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes on Al Bannister. Bannister came into the ball game the leading hitter for the White Sox. The Yankees have held him down so far. Talking about shortstop, we saw our old buddy Jerry Kenney here. Jerry played shortstop with the Yankees, played a little third base for him, and a little center field for him. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Bannister goes down swinging for the 3rd out. No runs on 2 hits and 2 left. We're going to the bottom half of the sixth inning. The Yankees leading the White Sox 6-5. Well, the Yankees leading 6-5, playing the bottom of the sixth, and Lou Piniella will lead off against Bruce Del Canton. Pinella's 0 for 2. He's fly to center and line to left. Don't forget Jacket Day tomorrow here at the stadium. Game time 2 o'clock. Ron Guidry for the Yankees. Francisco Barrios for the Chicago White Sox. All you kids 14 and under will get a free jacket on Jacket Day here tomorrow afternoon. Only we get a free jacket to see a good ball game. Chop foul outside third. One-handed by Dick Hauser. And there's one strike on Piniella. Play Piniella straight away. Del Canton's next pitch is swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes on Piniella. On deck is Bucky Dent. 0-2. Inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yankees a game and a half out of first place behind Baltimore. A game ahead of the Red Sox. Knuckleball is hit in the air to right field. Zisk coming on. He's got plenty of room waiting. Backs up now, and he's got it. 1 out. That'll bring on Bucky Dent, the shortstop, who was single to left and struck out. 1 for 2. On deck is Willie Randolph. Dent lines one, base hit, left center field. Lemon over quickly. He'll get it back in. Bucky will have to hold it first. Oh, Bucky Dent, first ball hit him. It's his second base hit of the ball game. He's now 2 for 3. And that'll bring on Willie Randolph, who's 1 for 2 with a run score. Well, so far, Essian has done a good job of guessing with the Yankees on their steals. He's also done an excellent job of catching Del Canton's knuckleball. See what the Yankees do now. They've got Dent at first base with 1 away. And the Yankees leading 6-5. In the bottom of the 6th. Here's a set and the pitch. Randolph takes it inside. Ball 1. Now Willie backs out. Looks at Dick Hauser at third. Hauser picking up a sign from Billy Martin in the Yankee dugout. Now Randolph gets back in. Del Canton has pitched well since coming on in relief of starter Kenny Brett. Although he's on the hook now for a loss. The knuckleball is inside. 2 balls, no strikes to Randolph. The Yankees score the go-ahead run in the 5th inning. When Chambliss doubled, White lined out, and Jackson singled sharply up the middle for the go-ahead run. The Yankees had a big second inning, scoring 5 runs on 5 base hits to tie the ball game up. Here's a 2-0. Too high. 3 balls, no strikes to Randolph. On deck is Mickey Rivers. White Sox came out rushing a 2-run home run by Oscar Gamble in the first. They added 3 more and got rid of Catfish Hunter in the second. Take a 5-0 lead after 2. Throw the first base and Dent is back. He hits in the Yankees' second inning. A leadoff home run by Jackson. An RBI by Rivers, 2 RBIs by Munson, and 1 by Chambliss. Inside, ball 4, Randolph walks. That forces Dent down the second and brings on Rivers. Essian now, the catcher calls time. He wants to talk to Bruce Del Canton. And the Yankees get a left-hander up and starting warming up in their bullpen. It's number 26, Dave Hamilton. Now they want to talk to Bob Lemon. Evidently, Del Canton might have injured his shoulder. They're calling Bob Lemon out. And if there is something wrong with Del Canton, Dave Hamilton will get as much time as he needs to warm up. Lemon takes the ball from Del Canton. And they want the left-hander, Dave Hamilton, in here. So Del Canton leaves. Did a pretty good job for the White Sox, though if they don't come back, he would be scheduled to be the loser. Evidently, something happened to his arm as he walks off, and the new pitcher, Dave Hamilton's coming on.
Bill, we've got some scores in now. The Cleveland Indians defeated Oakland 3-1. Wayne Garland picking up his second win of the year. Vida Blue is the loser. The Angels are leading Toronto 3-1. They're now in the ninth inning there. Hartsville has come in to pitch for California. Singer's still in the game for Toronto. Baltimore 6 and Minnesota nothing after 7. Johnson pitching for Minnesota and Rudy May for Baltimore. And Boston, it is now 10-0 Boston over Kansas City after 7 innings. Home runs in that game by McRae. Oh, so Kansas City must have at least one run now because that's in the top of the 8th. McRae, his third home run of the year. For Boston, Fisk has hit his 8th with 1 on, and Scott has hit his 11th with none on. And it's Seattle 2, Detroit 1. Detroit's batting in the bottom of the 9th. Mark Fidrich making his first appearance of the year for Detroit. And Milwaukee leads Texas 1-0. That's after 3 innings. In the National League, it's Philadelphia 4 and the Mets 1 after 6 innings. Cranepool has a home run for the Mets in that game. And Tommy Hutton has one for the Phillies. The Cubs beat the Pirates 4-2 this afternoon. Montreal leads St. Louis 3-0. Oh, no, they don't. Kenny Reitz has hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 4th, so it is at least 4-3 St. Louis, with St. Louis still batting in the bottom of the 4th. Later tonight on the coast, it's Houston at San Diego, Atlanta at San Francisco, and Cincinnati at L.A.
All right, fan. Dave Hamilton out warming up. He's making his 19th appearance for the Chicago White Sox. That's a lot. He's won 1, lost 1. He's picked up 2 saves. Hamilton, a left-hander, will have to deal with Mickey Rivers. The Yankees out runners at first and second, and 1 away here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Yankees leading 6-5. The Yankees have 6 runs on 11 hits. The White Sox, who have 5 runs on 8 base hits. Let's take 15 seconds for station identification on the New York Yankee Home of Champions Radio Network.
This is Yankee Baseball from the Lincoln Savings Bank. Repair or redecorate with a low-cost Lincoln Home Improvement Loan and get a 10% discount on materials from Macros Lumber and Pergament Home Decorating Centers. Call 782-6000, member FDIC. WMCA, Strauss Communications in New York.
Hamilton is going to get as many warm-ups as he needs. Because Bruce Del Canton was taken out when he injured his arm. And we just got over the PA system the extent of the injury or what was injured. They don't exactly know. Might have pointed to his elbow. I don't know. But anyway, he's out of the ballgame in the clubhouse. And Dave Hamilton's on. And he'll pitch to Mickey Rivers, who is forced to runner, singled driving in a run, then single to center. Rivers 2 for 3. Dennis at second. Randolph at first, 1 away. Hamilton's ready. Now he's set. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. 1 strike on Mickey Rivers. Now the set. And the pitch to Rivers. Curveball line knocked down by Hamilton. He picks it up, throws the first, will not be in time. Everybody's safe, bases loaded. Base hit for Rivers. Rivers lined that ball right back to Hamilton, hit his glove, bounced back toward the plate. By the time Hamilton ran it down through the first, everybody was safe. Bases loaded, one out for Thurman Munson. And we'd like to say hi to Barry Landers, the Yankee director of marketing. A little under the weather. What hospital is he in?
He's in Lincoln Hospital, Bill.
And we hope Barry will be back soon.
Very soon. We miss him a lot in the office.
Munson and bases loaded, one out. Yankees leading 6-5 in the sixth. Set now by Hamilton. The pitch hit in the air, center field. That'll be far to score a run. Lemon's there. He's got it. Dead tagging at third. He'll score easily as Lemon's throw goes to third. Yankees now lead 7-5. Munson has driven in his third run of the ball game. His 33rd RBI of the season. That'll bring on Chris Chambliss. Chambliss has struck out, singled in a run, and doubled and scored. Well, he's 2 for 3. A sacrifice fly for Thurman Munson. Here's a set by Hamilton, and the pitch to Chambliss. Curveball bounced to first. Pass to first base, not a right field. Base hit. Randolph will score, and Rivers will go to third. And the Yankees now lead 8-5. A bouncing ball just out of reach of first baseman Jim Spencer. On out into right field for a base hit and a run batted in. So Chambliss now, on the year, has 28 runs batted in. He's at first. Rivers is over third. And with 2 outs, the batter is a switch hitting Roy White, who's 0 for 3. He'll turn around now, bat right-handed against Dave Hamilton. Nobody getting loose in the White Sox bullpen. As White takes a fastball that's too high. The Yankees 8 runs, 13 hits. The White Sox 5 runs, 8 hits. And they got all 5 of those in the first 2 innings against Catfish Hunter. All 5 runs. Popped up in foul territory. The third baseman, Brohamer, coming on. Now he backs off, and the catcher, Jim Essian, makes the catch for out number 3. But the Yankees pick up 2 more runs on 3 base hits, and they leave 2 in on base. At the end of 6, the Yankees 8, the White Sox 5. The end of 6 here at the stadium. The Yankees 8, the White Sox 5. Here to take you over the next 3, the Scooter, Phil Rizzuto.
All right, William. Yankees really starting to boom that ball. 13 hits to go with those 8 runs. They lead by 3. Jorge Orta, the batter. Orta is 0 for 2. Bounced to second twice and walked. Bounces one in the hole. Chambliss backhanded. Leads Tidrow beautifully, and there's one away. Chris really getting better and better with that play. That's always been one of his tough plays. Usually throws behind the pitcher, but the last several he's made led the pitcher beautifully. One away.
You almost have to be a quarterback on a play like that, leading a pass receiver. You know, it's a lot like that.
All right. Never thought of it that way, but it is. Richie Zisk doubled, hit a sacrifice fly, and bounced to third. Batting .299. And takes a strike on the outside corner. Tidrow winds. And a drive to deep right field. Going back, Jackson by the wall. Leaps, can't get it. It's gone. Another home run for Richie Zisk. He leads the American League in home runs and adds to it. And suddenly it's an 8-6 ball game. I said he's got some power to the opposite field. Jackson went back to the wall, leaped high but couldn't get it. And for Richie Zisk, his 13th home run of the year, and now has 34 runs batted in on the year. That'll bring up Oscar Gamble. Gamble hit a 2-run homer in the first, bounced to first, and bounced to second. 3 men have driven in 2 runs for the White Sox: Zisk, Gamble, and Essian. Oscar in that crouch. And Tidrow's pitch fouled back on the screen, strike 1. Tell you, these White Sox came in with a team batting average of .289. They have 9 hits now, so you can't discount them. Tidrow winds, and his pitch just outside 1-1. That was the 3rd home run of the year allowed by Tidrow. High fly to right center. This is way back. And Rivers makes the catch right against the fence. Holy cow, that ball looked like it was gone. Jackson went over. Rivers yelled him off, and then Rivers, leaning against the fence, made the catch. Very, very close. 2 men are out. And the batter, Jim Spencer. Spencer is 1 for 3. He bounced to first, single to right, and popped to third. Yankees lead 8-6, top of the 7th. Bounce to the second base. Nice hop. Oh, Randolph almost lost it and then throws him out. Willie had it, thought it popped out of his glove. Looked again, it was in there. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left at the end of 6.5. Yankees 8 and the White Sox 6. Batter for the Yankees here as we go into the bottom of the 7th. And Reggie has a count of no balls and 2 strikes on him. He took the first pitch for a strike, fouled the second one off. Yankees lead 8-6. Dave Hamilton, the 3rd White Sox pitcher of the night. High and tight, and Reggie goes down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jackson hit a tremendous home run his first time up. The longest one we've seen into the right field bleachers since Mickey Mantle left. And there's one hit straight away center, way back. Going back is Lemon and makes the catch. Deep center field. A lot of room out there, and there's 1 away. That brings up Graig Nettles. Nettles walked, fly to center, and bounced to first. The kick and the pitch is a curve fouled in the Yankee dugout. Strike 1. Fred Stanley picks it up, flips it to Paul Blair. On deck, Lou Piniella. Sidearm curve is outside. It's 1-1. Hamilton gets the sign from Essian. Fastball swing and a miss, and what a cut Graig had at that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3. He jammed him right on the inside corner. Hamilton picks up his first strikeout. There are 2 away. And the batter, Lou Piniella. Piniella fly to center, line to left, and fly to right. Yankees play the White Sox tomorrow afternoon, which is Jacket Day, and again on Sunday afternoon. Lou checks the swing, but it's over. Strike 1 called. 2 out, nobody on. 8-6, the Yankees lead, bottom of the 7th. Foul upstairs and out of play. Strike 2. Hamilton back quickly. Inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch, a curve foul back to the screen. Still a ball and 2 strikes. On the scoreboard, Cleveland beat Oakland 3-1. Wayne Garland winning his second of the year, beat Vida Blue. California beat Toronto 4-1. Ross the winner and Johnson the loser in that ball game. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball is short. Short hop by Bannister. The throw low, scooped out by Spencer. So the Yankees get down in order, and now at the end of 7 full innings, the Yankees 8, the White Sox 6.
Polio, the Italian food people, have spent 76 years in making and perfecting the finest Italian food products. If you want to become a better Italian cook, all you have to do is spend a few minutes in your favorite market, selecting such delicious, authentic Italian food products as polio de cuts and mozzarella cheese, peeled plum tomatoes and sweet sliced peppers, breadcrumbs with imported Romano, macaroni, pepperoni, etc. Polio. They make it easier for you to make real Italian dishes.
I got a story to tell, I'm ashamed to say, about a car that drank too much. Like a bar hopping chump who went from pump to pump, guzzling gas and such. The way that car was drinking gas, I should have bought it in whiskey jugs. But that was before I saw the light and bought a box of Champion Slugs. Fill her up, fill her up, fill her up with Champions. Pull out the old, plug in the new, fill her up with Champions. Better mileage and performance, and I'm not one for bragging. Since I filled her up with Champion plugs, that car's been on the wagon.
Continuing with the scoreboard at the end of 7 is Baltimore 6, Minnesota 0. Rudy May pitch in that game for Baltimore. The Red Sox shellacked Kansas City 10-1. Ferguson Jenkins the winner. Leonard the loser. Home runs, McRae is third in the 8th with nobody on. Carlton Fisk is 8th in the 7th with one on. And George Scott is 11th in the 7th with none on. Royle Stillman walked and scored, fly to left, fly to center. Takes a pitch low, ball 1. In one of the fastest games of the year, 1 hour and 41 minutes and 5.0675 seconds. Seattle beat Detroit 2-1. There's a bouncer to first. Chambliss short hops it. What a play! Holy cow, that ball could have skipped by him for a double. On a dead run, he short hopped it and stepped on the bag. Seattle beat Detroit and Mark the Bird Fidrich making his first start 2-1. As Glenn Abbott and Mike Kekich combined for a 3-hitter, Fidrich gave up just 8 hits. Verizza had his second homer of the year in the 3rd with one on. And Milwaukee leads Texas 3-0 at the end of 4 innings. Alexander against Slayton. In the National League, the Phillies and the Mets are tied up 4-4. Playing the bottom of the 7th inning in Philadelphia. The pitch to Chet Lemon is outside. And it's 2 balls, no strikes. Lemon has singled twice and bounced to second base. Eddie Cranefall hit his 5th home run of the year in the 7th with a man on. Hutton hit his first in the year in the 6th with one on for the Phillies. That pitch is outside, ball 3, 3-0. Cubs beat the Pirates 4-2. Manny Trio and Bobby Mercer homered, each with nobody on. Trio's 4th and Mercer's 7th. Strike one, 3-1. Bonham the winner, 6-3, and Candelaria the loser, his first loss of the year after 6 straight wins. St. Louis leads Montreal 6-3 at the end of 5. Ken Reitz has hit a grand slam home run, his 4th of the year in the 4th. Fouled back out of play. It's 3-2. Alcala hit his first home run of the year in 3rd with none on. He's a pitcher, by the way. And that's all the scores right now. Here the Yankees lead 8-6 in the top of the 8th. 1 out, nobody on. Foul back upstairs and out of play. Still 3-2 on Chet Lemon. On deck is Brohamer. Tidrow winds. And the pitch is lined a base hit to right field. Lemon's 3rd hit of the night. And for the White Sox, their 10th hit in the ball game, and they are really pounding that ball. They came into this game with a .289 team average. And now Jack Brohamer singled, scored a run, lined a short, Dent making a great play, and then walked. He's a left-hand batter. Lemon leads off first. Tidrow kicks, delivers, strike one called. Lemon has stolen 3 bases and been caught stealing 4 times. Throw to first, and Lemon is back. Tidrow throws quickly to first, but Lemon back again. Big gap in left center field for Brohamer. Rivers is shading him over to right center. Roy White straight away in left. Jackson not too deep in right field. On deck, Jim Essian, the catcher. The pitch is hit foul down the left field line and back in the upper deck out of play. 0-2, and the race is on. And the little guy's leading. The big guy jumps over the row of seats. The little guy goes under them. And they're looking on. The middle-sized guy won the race and gets the ball. Fans get a big kick out of that. If that little guy would have gotten it, you'd have heard a roar. He's got a Yankee Jap, a hat on, and a Yankee T-shirt on. Still 0-2 on Brohamer with one out. Tidrow kicks and delivers a fly ball to left field. Roy White moves a little to his right, is there, makes the catch. 2 men are out. And Lemon goes back to first. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Essian. Essian goes back to the dugout. And Ralph Garr, I believe, is coming out. Man, when you can keep a man like Garr on the bench, you must have some pretty potent hitters in that lineup. Garr is batting .261, but he's a lifetime 300 hitter in the big leagues. This year he has 6 doubles, 2 triples, a homer, and 15 runs batted in. So Garr will bat for Essian. He has a great deal of power to the opposite field. Oh, he's doing some sit-ups now and stretching his legs. Taking a lot of time getting ready. Ralph Garr is 5'11", 193 pounds. He has a lifetime batting average of .315 coming into this season. A left-hand batter. Lemon at first, 2 out. Pitch to Garr is just outside, ball 1. Alan Bannister on deck. Yankees lead 8-6, top of the 8th. Tidrow kicks, delivers just outside, ball 2, 2-0. Dick Tidrow comes to the belt. 2-0 pitch, fouled out of play down the left side.
Nice catch down there.
Yeah, we got some good fielders in the stands tonight. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Line to center field, but Mickey Rivers, moving to his left quickly, is there, makes the catch. That ball was hit right on the nose, but to the deepest part of the ballpark. No runs, a hit, no errors, a man left. At the end of 7.5, the Yankees 8 and the White Sox 6.
Want to feel good, then you just gotta come to Geno's, because that's where you'll find Colonel Sanders Kentucky Fried Chicken, golden brown and finger licking good. They go together, Kentucky Fried Chicken and Geno's. So come on, come to Geno's and feel good.
There's a new place in town to eat, so why not dine while the ball players do? That's Rusty's Staub. Rusty's is located at 73rd and 3rd Avenue in Manhattan. Just ask for Rusty's Specials.
Brian Downing comes on to do the catching. for the White Sox. And for the Yankees, the former White Sox shortstop, Bucky Dent, leads off against his old teammate. Bucky is 2 for 3 tonight and has scored twice, batting .250. Dave Hamilton delivers a pitch down low, ball 1. It'll be Dent, Randolph, and Rivers. Next pitch to Bucky down low, ball 2-0. As line to center, he broke his bat again, coming on fast. Lemon can't get it. Bucky Dent has gotten 2 broken bat singles tonight. He broke his bat first time up right in half, and the ball went between third and short. This time he broke his bat at full. Lemon and dropped in front of him. So we have 3 Yankees with 3 hits. Rivers, Chambliss, and Dent. And the batter, Willie Randolph, who has been on base all 4 times, which is what a leadoff man is supposed to do. Not really, not every time at bat, but he really been getting on. He has single, walked twice, bounced into a force play. Runner going, and it'll be, whoop, they got him. Bucky Dent slowed down someplace along the way as Downing dropped the ball, went out, got it, and still threw Bucky Dent out. 2-4. Dent is out. Randolph swung at that pitch, which was way inside. He was protecting the run-up. So it's 1 strike on Randolph. So nobody on. Yankees lead 8-6. Left-hander Dave Hamilton. Curve a little bit low. It's 1-1. Inside, 2 balls and a strike. A 2-1 delivery. Breaking pitch over, it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Yanks in front, 8-6, bottom of the 8th. Hamilton started to wind. Checks the sign again. Now he's ready. Foul, that'll be out of play. And we'll pause for station identification on the New York Yankee Home of Champions Radio Network.
WMCA, Strauss Communications in New York.
All right, Dave Hamilton ready. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Willie Randolph. A bouncer to third. Brohamer has it on the short hop and throws Randolph out. 2 away. That brings up Mickey Rivers. Mickey's been on base 4 times with 3 hits and a force play. Mick has stolen a base, scored a run, and driven in a run tonight. Has that average up to 297. Something came out, looks like a frisbee thrown out on the field. Time is called. The second base umpire, Nick Bremigan. Let's see how good a frisbee thrower he is. He's not going to throw it. He's going to hand it to the bat boy. Throw it, Nick.
That's no fun.
Oh, that Huckleberry should have thrown it. The fans would have got a big kick out of it. All right, our Slim Jim ball boy picked up that frisbee. And now Mickey Rivers steps in. 2 out, nobody on. And Mickey swings and misses strike 1. Last time up, Rivers hit a bullet. If Hamilton had not gotten his glove up, he'd have been knocked out. Right back at him. He knocked the ball down, retrieved it right away, but Rivers beat it out. Bouncer by the third baseman who was playing in. And Rivers is 4 for 5 on the night. Oh, I'm telling you, Mickey Rivers, who was burned in the World Series with the way Pete Rose played him, has been hitting that ball by the third baseman. And listen to the hand for Munson. Munson tonight doubled in the first inning, tripled on a 3-0 count to drive in 2 runs in the second, bounced the third and hit a sacrifice fly to drive in another run. He's driven in 3 runs tonight. The Yankee captain is red hot, batting .337. Let's see if Rivers tries to steal another base. He's stolen 1 tonight. And the pitch to Munson, inside, ball 1. Mickey got off to a real slow start in the stolen base department. He has stolen 9, but he's been thrown out 6 times, which is not a good average for Mickey Rivers. But Mickey has 4 base hits tonight. The kick and the pitch outside, 2-0. Yankees with 15 hits, the White Sox with 10. Yankees lead 8-6, scoring 5 big runs in the second inning. They were trailing 5-0 at the time. Rivers leads away. Pitch to Munson, high, ball 3. Now, the last time Munson had a 3-0 count and got the green light, he tripled to deep left center field. And the crowd is aware of it. They're starting to buzz. The 3-0 pitch. He swings and misses, 3-1. Fastball that tailed away. In the background, you can hear the voice of Red Foley of the New York Daily News. Got a higher voice than Pam Boucher. The 3-1 delivery. Outside corner. It's 3-2. So Rivers will be running on a 3-2 count. Hamilton gets the sign. Rivers is going. The pitch is fouled in the upper deck down the right field line. There's another big race on for that foul ball. And they can't find it. And the little guy got this one. You can hear the crowd. There for the underdog. Little guys are underdogs, you know. I've been an underdog all my life. Again, the 3-2 pitch. Hit deep to left. But going over there is Stillman and makes the catch on the warning track right against the fence. Boy, Munson is a tough out. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. A man left at the end of 8. Yankees 8 and the White Sox 6.
Introducing the lightweight champion of the world, new Rheingold Extra Light Beer. This is Mel Allen at ringside, right here with a winner, Rheingold Extra Light. And folks, it's terrific. Extra Light doesn't taste like it doesn't fill you up. So you can go with it round after round. It's crisp and full-bodied, the way a great beer should taste. Extra Light has all that same rich flavor Rheingold's been brewing for umpteen years. Because Rheingold, who originated low-calorie beers, wouldn't make it any other way. Rheingold Extra Light is the perfect brew when the weather gets warm and heavy. For today's active people, it's today's kind of beer. Clear, clean, light going down. This is the one that'll set you beer fans cherry, the lightweight champion. You must try new Rheingold Extra Light. It's the low-calorie beer that doesn't taste like it doesn't fill you up. Rheingold Breweries, New York.
And you're going to like when we do things at Amco Transmission. Because if you take your car to Amco in the morning, chances are you'll have it back the very same evening. That's one-day service. And that's just another reason we're the world's largest transmission specialist. You're going to like the way we do things at Amco. We get most cars done in one day. Amco, AA, MCO.
We get ready to go in the top of the 9th inning with the Yankees leading 8-6. It'll be the top of the order for the White Sox. Bannister, Orta, and Zisk. Bannister tonight is 0 for 4. He has lined to left, bounced to second twice, and struck out. Dick Pedro, who came on for Catfish Hunter, in the second inning has been in there all the way. Bannister, right-hand batter. Tidrow's pitch is right in there, strike one call. Yankees don't want anybody on when that Zisk comes up. He's a tough out. Low, and it's one of mine. Lined up, base hit to left center field. Roy White on Bannister's going to try for two, and he's going to make it. And Roy White hurt himself. Roy White is down on his knees holding his left side. Oh, that's a tough break. Roy White threw that ball, and his foot must have slipped. And he pulled something in his left side, and he is in pain down there. And Gene Monahan, the Yankee trainer, going out as Mickey Rivers leans over to try and give whatever condolences he can to Roy White. But Roy is in evident pain out there, and he pulled something in his left side. A double for Bannister to left center field. The 11th hit for the White Sox, the 6th off Tidrow. And that would be a tough break for the Yankees. They have enough injuries now, what with Catfish Hunter, Don Gullett. People forget about Ronnie Bloomberg, who would be invaluable help to the Yankees if he could swing that bat, but Ronnie's still hobbling around on that bad knee. Roy White's still down on his knees, and they might have to bring a stretcher out there. See, Reggie Jackson is giving some signals into the bullpen. And Paul Blair now is going to go out to the outfield. I believe Blair started out, came back. They want to make sure that Roy White definitely cannot play. And now Paul Blair is going out. He has a very unusual way of trotting. Almost looks like a trotter going out there.
Prances.
A prancer, you're right, Pam. Men say trot, women say prance. Paul Blair is halfway out, comes back. Nope, I believe Roy White's going to have to leave the ball game, and Mickey Rivers is already moving to left field, and Paul Blair will go out to center, and Roy White coming in, holding his left side with his left hand.
He's limping, too, a little bit.
Billy Martin is out there, and Paul Blair is throwing the ball. Now, let's see where they want Blair to play. Rivers is already in left field, but Billy Martin has signaled Blair to go where? We'll find out in a moment. And Roy White is really in pain, walking slowly in. Looks like Blair wants to go to left field. We're going to have two left fielders and no center fielder. Rivers is still in left, and Blair's going to left. Let's see who's up. Orta, he's not a pull hitter. He's a left-hand hitter. Somebody's got to go to center field. There's Roy White, walking in very slowly, and he gets a big hand. He has played a big part in the Yankees' success. How about reading some scores, Pam Boucher, while we find out who's going to play center field?
Okay, Phil. In the National League, the Phillies beat the Mets 5-4. Randy Garber was the winner in relief. He's now 2-3. Skip Lockwood took the loss. He's 0-2. And this afternoon, the Cubs beat the Pirates 4-2. St. Louis has come back with 7 runs. They now lead Montreal 7-3. Kenny Reitz had a grand slam in that game. It's his 4th home run of the year. And Santo Alcala hit his 1st home run of the year. Houston is leading San Diego 1-0 after 2 innings. Watson has hit his 4th home run with none on in the 2nd. Atlanta at San Francisco and Cincinnati at L.A. later tonight. In the American League, Cleveland defeated Oakland 3-1. Wayne Garland the winner, Vida Blue the loser. It was California 4 and Toronto 1. The winner was Ross. I can't read Danny Bartolucci's handwriting. The losing pitcher was Johnson. And Baltimore still has that 6-0 lead over Minnesota. They're now through 7 innings there. Rudy May pitching for Baltimore, Johnson for Minnesota. Boston blasted Kansas City tonight, 10-1. Cal McRae had his 3rd home run of the year for Kansas City. For the Red Sox, Carlton Fisk hit his 8th, and George Scott his 11th. And it was Seattle over Detroit, 2-1. Glenn Abbott, the winner. Mark Fidrich, the loser, in his first appearance of the year. And Texas is leading Milwaukee now 4-3, with Milwaukee batting in the bottom of the 6th. Doyle Alexander's going for his 7th win of the season.
All right, Pam. And meanwhile, Sparky Lyle has come on to do the pitching for the Yankees. Dick Tidrow did a great job. He relieved Catfish Hunter in the 2nd inning, worked 7 full innings plus 1 batter here. In the 9th inning, he allowed 6 hits, walked 2, struck out 1, and has allowed 1 run. The runner at second base, Alan Bannister, of course, is the responsibility of Dick Tidrow. Tidrow cannot be the losing pitcher, could be the winning pitcher, or could be a pitcher of no record. It's up to Sparky Lyle. And let's see what Mr. Lyle has done. Sparky with a 1.02 earned run average. 1-2, lost 2. This is his 17th appearance of the year. He has 7 saves. And Sparky will be pitching to George Orta. And now Paul Blair has moved to left field and convinced Mickey Rivers to stay in center field. Reggie Jackson remains in right field. So Sparky Lyle will be pitching to George Orta, with the Yankees leading 8-6 in the top of the 9th. Nobody out and a runner at second.
Phil, have you ever seen Sparky without that huge trough?
One time, just before he was going to bed. The only time I've ever seen Sparky without that chore to back it. But never in a ball game. All right, Sparky sets, and the pitch to Orta bounced over Sparky's head. And there's interference there. They're going to call that runner out. Yes, sir, the runner is out for running into Bucky Dent. And let's see if Bob Lemon argues. There was no doubt about it. Bucky Dent was just ready to field the ball when Bannister ran into him, knocked Bucky down. The ball went into center field. It's a putout for Bucky Dent. And Bannister is out. A big break for the Yankees. Orta safe at first. And the batter now, Richie Zisk. Zisk doubled, hit a sacrifice fly, bounced to third, and homered for his 13th of the year. The tops in the American League. 1 man out. They're moving Jackson over to right center field for Zisk. Consider that Zisk is shooting to right field tonight. Everything he hits, the double was to right center, the sacrifice fly to deep right, and the home run to right field. Lyle sets, pitch to Zisk, slider inside, ball 1. Lyle to the belt. And a fly ball to center field should be easy for Mickey Rivers. Mick is there. Loses his cap, but makes the catch, and they're a 2 away. The batter now looks like Lamar Johnson coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, batting for Gamble, number 3,
That's who it is, Lamar Johnson. Gamble hit a 2-run homer in the first, just missed another homer in the 7th. But Bob Lemon playing the percentages, of course. With the left-hander Lyle out there, he's put in the right-hand hitter, Lamar Johnson. Johnson batting .211. Swings and misses, strike 1. Johnson has 1 double, 2 homers, and 4 runs batted in. He is a big fellow. Lyle kicks, delivers, high fly right at Mickey Rivers. This should do it. Rivers under it. Squeezes the ball for the final out. What a job Sparky Lyle does. And Dick Tidrow. No runs, a hit, no errors. A man left. The final score, the Yankees 8 and the White Sox 6.